Let us take a look at an example of how to analyze a picture. Here we will talk about a painting called American Progress by Gast. The title could be American Progress, a dream or a nightmare? Question mark. The painting called American Progress shows the viewers American settlers exploring and conquering the Wild West of America. The piece of art deals with a glorification of the American way of life, the American frontier, and the idea of the manifest destiny. The painting was created by Gast in New York in 1872. From an American perspective, the first impressions might be a sense of national pride when looking at the painting. The painting presents the viewer an American landscape. Directly, the viewer's focus is drawn towards a gigantic feminine figure with wavy blonde hair and a star on her forehead floating above the land. She is wearing a white dress, making her appear like an angel or even a goddess. In her right hand, she's carrying a schoolbook and a string of telegraph wire in her left hand. The woman is presented in the foreground of the center and catches the viewer's attention right away. Next to her, we see a horse-drawn stagecoach, a white canvas-covered wagon pulled by oxen moving settlers, and a rider, possibly a cowboy. At the bottom center of the painting, we see hunters, gold miners, and pioneers seeking adventures. The men, one of them on horseback, are carrying weapons and tools. They seem to be pioneers looking for new opportunities in the West. The left side of the picture is clearly dominated by dark colors. In the bottom left corner, we can see Indians taking flight, looking back in fear and terror. Below them, there is a bear, roaring angrily at the intruders in the middle, but moving away from them too. Above the Indians, we see a herd of buffalo thundering across the prairie. The sky is full of gray and black clouds, blocking out the sun, covering the open land in darkness. In the top left corner, snow-crowned mountains are presented, forming a natural wall protecting the coastline and the ocean in the background. The right side of the picture is clearly dominated by bright colors. In the bottom right-hand corner, we can observe two farmers working a field with a plow pulled by two oxen. Also, there is a farmhouse and fences marking off the land belonging to the farm. On the right side, we see 3 railroad trains running west and a telegraph line. In the top right-hand corner, we see a bright, clear blue river crossed by an impressive bridge. On the water, we see several ships. In the background, the sun is rising, filling the land with light. The painting is telling us the story about the expansion of the United States of America in the 19th century. Clearly, that expansion is presented in a positive way. We see hope, civilization and progress promoted by Lady Liberty in the center. However, we also see fear, expulsion and loss. It seems that an American dream has started for some, but an American nightmare for others. The central theme seems to be change and the start of a new era. The painting sends the viewers the message that it is America's destiny to expand its territory, to spread modern technology, and to tame wilderness. The painting is organized in 3 parts, like a simple jigsaw puzzle, and can be read like a map of the United States of America in the 19th century. The left side, standing for the Wild West, represents wilderness and Indian territory, and the right side, standing for the East, represents civilization and the new American way of life as lived in the 13 colonies that had declared independence in 1776. The middle of the picture can be seen as the frontier, being a border between white civilization and Indian territory. Also, we see movement in the picture. All life, led by the white angelic figure, is moving from the right to the left, so westwards, geographically speaking. The viewer experiences a time of change and a conflict of cultures in which one culture, the American culture, drives away the culture of the Native Americans. However, we see neither confrontation nor resistance. The wilderness of the West seems to be giving way to the civilization coming from the East, justifying American progress morally. The whole process can be seen as fate, reminding the viewer of the idea of the manifest destiny. The symbols used in the picture support that way of understanding the painting. The dominating symbol is the White Lady being Columbia, a female national personification of the United States of America, standing for the ideals of the nation such as liberty, democracy and progress. She is clearly leading and protecting the settlers like a guardian angel. The school book in her right hand stands for education, learning and wisdom. The telegraph wire, however, can be seen as a symbol of technological superiority. Her white dress underlines the purity and innocence of the young nation taking over a new continent. The star on her forehead can be understood as a guiding star, maybe an allusion to the biblical Star of Bethlehem guiding the Americans. The fleeing Indians, the thundering herd of buffalo and the bear show us the old times that clearly have come to an end. The new times are represented by technology such as farming, railroads, ships and cities. The painting presents the viewers dark and cold colors on the left side, describing the West as an uncivilized wild place that seems to be yearning for progress and civilization. The natives, presented like a group of dark shadows, are shown as inferior savages having no right to stop the advancement of the superior white settlers. In contrast to that, the right side is presented in bright and warm colors, describing American civilization coming from the East as an unstoppable force that brings light into the darkness of the West. The rising sun in the East underlines that idea, supporting American progress on its way westwards. The painting is clearly addressed to the American people in general and the American settlers especially. It can be understood as a justification of the American way and the American conquest of Indian territory. In the viewers, it creates a sense of patriotism and pride. Since there is no resistance and no violence in the picture, the viewers understand American progress, clearly glorified by the artist, as a peaceful and natural process. The painting American Progress by John Gast is a historical painting. Therefore, the painting has to be understood in a historical sense. From a modern point of view, the optimistic perspective of American progress must be questioned and criticized. First, the American conquest of the Wild West was not a peaceful but a highly violent process, leading to the destruction of Native American peoples and their cultures, and to a loss of nature. Second, it was a process of broken promises and violent conflicts between the white settlers and the Native Americans, who had civilizations and cultures of their own with equal value. True, for American settlers, an American dream had begun. But also true, an American nightmare had begun for Native Americans. The painting is effective in creating a patriotic sense of pride in the viewers. However, this is also a problematic effect, since this logic justifies to judge cultures and eventually glorify one culture and destroy another. When read historically and critically, the painting offers modern viewers a good opportunity to compare views of the 19th century to modern views today. In conclusion, we can say that John Gast's famous work American Progress has influenced the view of the American expansion in the 19th century as a natural right, a God-given vision and an American dream to follow. However, this view must be seen critically today, since the Native American population had to suffer great injustice and oppression as a result of that American expansion they experienced as an American nightmare. This critical perspective must be kept alive when seeing other pieces of American art from that period and when hearing stories of winning the West, be it in films, songs or novels.